Richard Mapes. I'm a designer, and I recently announced the beginning of a new design practice called Brain Bath. We're at SciArc, the Southern California Institute of Architecture, which is where Beta was first developed and staged as part of the postgraduate design theory and pedagogy program. Beta is an immersive environment, but also a performance of a kind. So I am part of this crowd of people, but I'm standing in front of a mixing board, and as I turn dials and push levers, different things in the environment change. Everything from the position of objects to lighting environments, to even like post-process aesthetic filters, which can turn an entire world from a sepia tone vintage photograph into something that is ultra high def with chromatic aberration and excitement behind it. So not only am I setting the stage for people who are in that immersive space, but I'm also changing ways of seeing that space. It's often said that architecture sets the stage for daily life, but I'm proposing that architecture itself is staged. Challenging our surrounding environments to be the performers instead of actors living in them, we can begin to highlight what we only incidentally notice about our surroundings at any given time. So inhabiting the role of an environmental DJ to a certain extent, I'm able to make the world around people start to take on the qualities of a performer itself. Beta follows on the heels of a project called the Perfect Boyfriend Builder. The Perfect Boyfriend Builder highlights my own personal narratives and speculates on what it would mean to make a world that was designed for the way that I would like to live. I've long been curious about what it means to make room. As an architect, typically making room relates to determining how big a space is, what programmatic adjacencies might be. But as a queer person, there's a different element of making room. And that different element either allows someone's character to be extended into a space or is resistant to that. Architecture is the form of art which is received in a state of distraction. But I'm interested in the fact that architecture is received nonetheless. It doesn't necessarily capture our attention, our focus all the time. And yet it does stage our performance of daily life. So my work focuses on both the structured thought of what it means to stage the world with various objects ranging from cell phones to buildings to infrastructural systems. But it's also interested in understanding desire more deeply. When I close my eyes and think about the home that I want to own someday, what does that look like? That question becomes profoundly important when we realize that all of the elements that stage that image in our mind for our ideal future, all of those things, when brought into reality, have origin stories of their own. Beta is an expansion of the curiosity that started with the Perfect Boyfriend Builder. Its scope is to understand the desires that build the spaces that we inhabit. More specifically, understanding how our hopes and dreams and desire all come together to help us imagine a future for ourselves, but also futures for our collective well-being. that sense, we can begin to think of architecture as something that speaks to our more basic desires, the desire for a kind of life we want to live, the desire for the kind of perfect boyfriend we want to find, and specifically where we might begin to find him. So this is the question that Beta is ultimately getting at, is how do we collectively imagine different